Hi, it's Zobo975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. And today I've got footage from the recent community goal. And there was one thing that really disappointed me about my time at the community goal and my interactions with certain members of IED. There's me ramming the hamburger outside the station in the no fire zone. When he's got crimes on. And here's me shooting a psychotic Rob in his Corvette later in a PvP encounter. He's got crimes on. But these aren't things that disappoint me. This is things that I consider to be normal. The reason why I did just ram the hamburger outside the station and not just full frag ram him was I expected him to have crimes on. I only rammed him to kind of say hello because I hadn't seen him in a while. And there's an incident where Ogram had Healy beams used on him. But I don't blame Ogram because it was the people he was winged with that was using them, and I don't know if he knew they were using them until they were used on him. So, in my mind that's just like a free pass, but it's just a fun example. I mean, it's a fun example if someone, had made a statement recently along the lines of it being one person's opinion that IED ever used crimes, Healy beams, and another person in Discord, an angry one, had said stuff about need proof, and also made some grandstanding statement that I'm slanderous towards IED. So I just thought I'd bring this out just for funsies, really. But that wasn't what disappointed me, to be honest. That didn't disappoint me at all, because let's face it, we all forget about crime sometime. If you're as absent-minded as me, I always forget. I did the entire time I did the CG trading, I didn't have crimes on because I completely forgot to switch them back on, which was handy because then later I didn't make the mistake of having them on when I was doing combat. But when I first arrived, I did have to check because I didn't know if I had crimes on or not, because I always forget to check when I set off from my carrier, and it just depends what activity I was doing last. I wish there was some sort of notification like on your dashboard that said crimes, not crimes. That would be helpful, but it's a hidden away menu, which is a bit annoying. But the thing that disappointed me was actually not getting a 1v1 that I wanted. So last year when we got back from Corcosa, Diamberger chatted on one of my videos with me and wanted a 1v1. Two gimbal scrubs having a 1v1 against each other. We've tangled many times, me and him, in fights with IED. He's one of the few IED members that's actually taken the time and opportunity to chase my fast mamba all the way out to stop me rebooting and repairing. He's we've always locked horns, we've always had fun fighting, and we've been trying to get a 1v1 going for ages. So I rammed him when I arrived at the station, as you saw. I got the fine for him having crimes on. But he said, come out and fight me. And I was like, yeah, dude, I will. Just, unfortunately, I'm calling a ship over and Scooby's spamming me with loads of messages. So I sent him a message saying, like, give me 5 minutes and I'll be with you. My ship to transfer over. And for these messages that Scooby was sending me to clear up. Scooby's actually sending me an absolute bucket load of clips, which I'm going to use for a video about his trip out into the black. Because Scooby, when I came to this war against IED and left the DMPS, Scooby about 3 or 4 days later left DMPS to go out into the black, and I'll actually be covering why he went out into the black and why he left DMPS in videos coming up. So as you can see, I asked the Hamburger and said, like, I'll 1v1 you, give me about 5 minutes. And unfortunately, when I came out of the station, I looked, I couldn't find him. I put a message out in system chat, didn't get a response, so I take it we went to bed because it was late and he's an hour ahead of us here in the UK, so it was even later for him. So I don't blame him. It's not worth waiting around that long for a 1v1 with me. It's not that exciting. And but it was disappointing because we've been trying to get that 1v1 going since Corcosa. So, it's been a while. But honestly, it was a really fun event. I had a great time fighting IED and fighting IED allies and other people, winging with some of the funniest shit talkers, flying with full-on keyboard warriors. It was really good fun. I had a fun time winging with Turtle Nuts. I was really surprised that Tidy kept going for these rams. I'm going to pick on Tidy because I always love fighting against Tidy, and it was really good fun ramming the crap out of him. And he died to a really brutal double ram later on in his FDL, which is the closing clip I got for you. But I had fun fights all evening. I watched Modern Heracles like hit Ragnar with this like Hail Mary of a plasma shot as Ragnar was trying to jump out. I have fun. I was involved in kills on many ships, and I only died in a consensual 2v2 against guys from Colt who are, you know, amazingly better than me. But I had a lot of fun winging it around. I had some very narrow escapes. I got chased out of many fights. It is kind of weird because I'm not with anyone at the moment. I'm like in this Kraken squad. There's 3 of us. You know, I'm not in a big wing or anything like that. So I'm kind of just winging with random people and friends, just having a bit of a laugh and fighting against friends and having a bit of a laugh. So it's all really good fun. I had a wonderful time fighting against IED. There were some really big wing fights. Big Great was on their side, Tasty Scrim was on their side. There was some awesome, epic big wing fights. We had a whole 6v6 going at one point. I think it was like nearly 8v8 at one point. So it was really awesome. We chased them away, they chased us away. We got some kills. I think they got a couple of kills. It was all good fun, all good trading backwards and forwards. And I gotta say, I had a lot of fun ramming Tidy. So 07 to keep it tidy. GG to everyone involved. It was a good fun event, and I think everyone had a lot of fun at the CG, and much fun and merriment was had by all. And yeah, I'm gonna poke fun at the use of crimes and Healy beams, just because if you're gonna make stupid grandiose statements on Discord, you know, I can't help but point out when you get egg on your face. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy this double ram. It was a bit brutal.
I'm the smoker. I've heard these pink dudes. Yeah. With the brush mark. It's a pretty thing. No, that's a pretty pink. Get the tank.
He's dead.
Come around and get this guy.
Oh boy, you pinged him into me once. Right, mate, we're back to me, bro.